Welcome back, first of all. One thing we wanted to talk about this time with you is how do families of service members and veterans, how are they served with the NC Serves Network? How do they get involved and how do they make sure that their family member is taken care of as well? They get the services they need.
Well, if you ask our generals, or if you ask our privates, everyone from top to bottom will tell you that the family is the most important part of this weapon system that is America's defense. And yet we do very little as a nation for the families of our veterans and our active military. What the NC Serves program, and again, that website is ncserves.org, what the 4 locations in North Carolina, from Charlotte to Raleigh to Wilmington to Asheville, what those 4 locations do is they help connect veterans, service members, and their families to a whole host of wraparound services. So, for example, many veterans know that the VA is a wonderful outlet for their medical needs. What most folks might not realize is that the state and the Department of Health and Human Services here in North Carolina supports a number of health-related activities that are wonderful for all citizens, and that the spouse of a veteran is entitled to all of the same services and programs that any citizen in North Carolina would be, but how to direct them and where to find them. Well, NC Serves makes that navigation, that's the complex part, it makes it easy. And it's almost like a white glove concierge service. If you call or you come in online at ncserves.org, we're able to direct you to the right place. And then what's neat is that we measure the outcome, how long it takes to help you and what kind of services that you need. And that's available not just for the veteran, but for their children or for spouses. And that's really important because there aren't a lot of services for spouses through the federal pipelines.
One thing I know I hear a lot is I don't know how to get involved in this. I don't know how to be a part of this. One thing I know is you have to show up sometimes when you have events, when you have these outlets available across the state where NC Serves is part of it, or the State Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, when they're all a part of it, when they show up, you have to be there as well to help get those services. So there's part of that is that initiative. Once they're at these events, though, how do they know how to take advantage of what's available?
Well, what's really neat is that the NC Serves Network here in North Carolina is almost a behind-the-scenes actor that's coordinating all of the brands and partners that you already know, whether it's the state's Department of Veterans Affairs, or it's Harnett County's Department of Veterans Affairs, or it's the workforce team at NC Works in Haywood County, whomever it might be that a veteran would come in contact with at a fair, maybe at the library. In Buncombe County, the Peck Library is a partner, for example. So whomever it might be that you come in contact with, you don't need to be shopping for the NC Works brand. We're almost like the microprocessor in a computer. You just want to know the computer's fast and good. Well, the neat thing is that we're supercharging North Carolina's human services partners so that when someone presents, maybe even at the VA, they can get a referral back into our network to get the other services that they need. So, for example, if a Vietnam veteran that was already in the VA health system seeking some help around a need, identified the fact that they were having a hard time getting to work because they had a transportation problem. Now we've identified an employment problem and a transportation problem, both of which are not the mandate of the VA. Where does somebody go after that? Well, I know the American Legion down the road, or there's a wonderful Elks Lodge. How do they get connected? Who makes sure that they actually get what they were looking for? That's what NC Serves does. So as we think about the spectrum of wraparound services, especially for spouses, for husbands and wives, or for children where the VA doesn't serve them, this is an entity that can bring some services and deliver them to that individual.